I would say that there's probably not a month that goes by that in my individual practice I'm not dealing with that to a certain degree.
After 2 women are allegedly attacked by their boyfriends, advocates for domestic violence victims say these types of crimes are on the rise. Good evening, I'm Gina Quattrochi.
And I'm Jeff Smith. Thanks for joining us tonight. In both cases that were filed last week, courts say women were abused with weapons in front of their children.
News Channel 18's Kristen Mayorano joins us now with more on our top story. Kristen.
Well, Gina and Jeff, the doctor and domestic violence victim advocate we spoke with say these cases were disappointing, but not all that surprising. 2 separate cases in Tippecanoe County filed last week allege that 2 men abused their girlfriends with a weapon in front of young children. Court documents say that 22-year-old Jonathan Zermano repeatedly beat his girlfriend in her back with a hammer. The courts accused 27-year-old Antoine Parks of striking his girlfriend several times in her stomach and head with a baseball bat while she was 8 months pregnant with his child. Domestic violence victim advocate Noemi Lugo says domestic abuse cases like these often start smaller with yelling, hitting, or pushing, and then escalate over time.
So when we see a weapon involved in a domestic violence situation, the violence has been going on for several years.
Lugo says the YWCA offers a number of services for women who may be victims of domestic violence, and she says those services have been in higher demand recently. She believes that may be because of the struggling economy.
When people don't have enough money or they feel they can't pay their bills, the stress levels rise up and they get more violent.
Stress is also one reason why a Lafayette OBGYN says cases like Parks's that involve violence against a pregnant woman are not uncommon.
I don't think it's ever let up. It is something that has become a regular part of an OBGYN practice.
Dr. Joseph Shin says not a month goes by where he doesn't encounter a victim of domestic abuse. He urges pregnant women who encounter violence to contact their doctor immediately.
It has been severe enough that it's affected the birth, has caused preterm deliveries, has caused internal bleeding to the point of emergency delivery or even harm to the baby.
Now, Lugo says if someone close to you is in an abusive relationship, they may have bruises, black eyes, or a shyer demeanor. But in many cases, she says a domestic violence victim will not show any signs. And if you suspect they're being abused, the best thing you can do is simply ask. For more information on resources for domestic abuse victims and how you can help the YWCA Domestic Violence Shelter, click on this story on WLFI.com. Kristen Mayorano, News Channel 18.